Day 6 of the 2025 Australian Open about to get underway. It's men's fours action here, the first lot of fours that we're streaming here on Rinkside Live. Welcome to everybody wherever you're watching around the world for this clash between Richard Morris, Robert McLean, Richard Heinrich and Audie Murphy up against Brian Little, Robbie Frankel, Frank Zamet and Ulla Backgren, who we know from the World Bowls Championships in 2023. Sweden's finest. He's a Champion of Champions winner and he's gone to the World Bowls Indoor Championships as well. Val Febo here with you, and alongside me, we've pulled him out of the back office. We've got him out into the sun. It's a little bit chilly this morning, but Bowls Australia's events manager and the mastermind behind the Australian Open, Andrew Howie, is alongside me. Howie, welcome.
Morning, Val. Morning to all our viewers at home. It's great to be in the seat next to you, mate, to call the action this morning from the great Broadbeach Bowls Club. As you mentioned, it's a bit chilly this morning. The sun's starting to break through, but we're set for a big day's action of men's fours.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. We'll bring you Aaron Sheriff as well. His team of Barry Lester, Aaron Teese, Corey Wedlock in the second match of the day, which we're very much looking forward to. 2023 champions. But this one here will be really interesting. Getting us underway is going to be Brian Little. And I noticed this morning that this quartet of Brian, Robbie, who's nicknamed Rabbit, Frank Zamet and Ulla Backgren, haven't actually... Well, not all of them have met before, so Brian went up and introduced himself to the rest of the team, and that's the beauty of the AO.
Fantastic, that's it. You're right there, Val. A lot of people travel up to the Gold Coast, may not have games or teammates in the fours, and we're always happy to join forces, get people all together and have a game. So great to see, and that's really what all the Australian Open's about. It's a festival of fun, meet new people, and play some great bowls.
And how many times has that happened where, you know, you see people play with each other in the fours, or the pairs, they've never met each other before, and then that starts a lifelong friendship?
We've seen it a lot. Yeah, you sort of remember faces over the years that you've helped try and get teams in fours and pairs and stuff like that, and it's always great to see them return the following year and play together. But you're right there, Val.
So... the leads for this contest, we've got Richard Morris and Brian Little. Seconds, Robert McLean and Robbie Frankel. Thirds, Richard Heinrich and Frank Zamet. And the skips, Audie Murphy and Ulla Backgren. Let us know where you're watching from in the comments. And we've got Oliver Pauly joining us from Melbourne, saying a little bit chilly. It's 2 degrees in Melbourne. Well... I'm from there, and I'm very glad I'm not there right now because the weather on the Gold Coast is much nicer. But as far as it's been going up here, it's colder than it normally has been in the mornings, and can only go on what we know up here. But yes, we do feel for you. Not looking forward to getting back, that's for sure. So, final lead bowl coming in here from Richard Morris. Now we go to Robbie Frankel, affectionately known as the Rabbit. Deborah Smith watching on from Newcastle, and here is Robert McLean's first bowl of the morning. Of course, we play 15 ends, 2 bowl fours, 16 bowls per end, and it's a 2 hour and 15 minute time limit. This New South Wales combination of Morris, McLean, Heinrich and Murphy are from the Penrith Bowling Club. It's Audie Murphy's second Australian Open, came up for the first time last year. But Robert, Richard and Richard, well, they've never come up to the AO before, and it's great to see that they're up here for the first time. Penrith, a great club in New South Wales. And, of course, they're enjoying a lot of success in the NRL, but they are a brilliant club, and we know that before the Com Games in 2022, they assisted Carl Healy and Ben Twist in manicuring those greens, so they'd run like Birmingham, and Carl and Twisty both walked home with silver medals.
Yeah, it should be a great game here, Val. Evenly contested teams. The greens are running sensational at Broadbeach. The greenkeepers have done a fantastic job. The weather over the last few months haven't been great on the Gold Coast, but we've the sun's shining, the greens are starting to dry out, and we're starting to get them to see them pick up pace.
Well, yeah, I was watching the footy between Gold Coast and Fremantle the Saturday before the Australian Open started, so a week before, and it was pummeling down.
Yeah, it's sort of been like that at least a couple of times a week since February, so it's great to see us get a good run of weather here. Hopefully, touch wood, it continues for the remainder of the AO, and we'll see some sensational bowls. So still plenty of room here to draw a shot. Interesting tactic to go for this short length first end of the match, Val. Sort of found everyone out a little bit.
Yeah, it's something that we haven't seen much throughout the tournament so far. But it'll be interesting to see how this one pans out. So the thirds have tossed their openers down. Now it's time for Ulla Backgren and Audie Murphy to insert themselves into the contest for the first time. Ulla played on the Gold Coast in the 2023 World Bowls Championships, as we mentioned, and we streamed him actually against Sam Tolchard in the sectional rounds of the men's singles. Also played the Australian Open last year and had the Swedish Champion of Champions on this very green last year, Howie. It was after the day's play, and Ulla took on Pontus Palmqvist of Bondi for the Champion of Champions title.
Yeah, no, it's incredible to see Sweden starting putting their name out there in the bowls world. Yeah, it's just great to see more countries start to develop in the bowls as a sport, and yeah, it's like obviously we witnessed that at the World Championships in 2023 where we had 46 or 47 countries off the top of my head, I think it was. So really great to see. It is a world game, and yeah, it's starting to grow in different parts of the world.
So Ulla's first, trying to urge it to hurry, and I don't think it's going to get there. Bowling in the east-west direction this morning before we switch to north-south, so rink 27, and then we'll move on to rink 22 for the final two matches of the day, bowling in the north-south direction. Of course, the greens with a significant amount of wear and tear across the 2 weeks. The greenkeeper's doing a wonderful job of evening that out.
So looking to correct on his first. His line was perfect. Looks to be just out on a high line. Weight was good. Okay, Audie Murphy. He's got about 2 feet of room to draw the shot here.
Trying to hold. Can he sit that bowl?
Just run through.
So 1 taken out. 2 taken out. And it is 2 for the Little Frankel Zamet Backgren combination to start proceedings this morning after the opening end. So the Swedish skip gets his team off to a good start. Got Neil Condren watching from Leeton. Very close to home for you, Hal.
Yeah, that's my hometown. Yeah, born and bred in Leeton, Val, before I moved to Canberra for 15 years, before now finding myself up on the sunny Gold Coast.
Very different climates, that's for sure.
Yeah. I can't say I miss the Canberra winters, mate.
No. Don't blame you. When you could be up here every June.
Great to see Brian here having a game in the Australian Open, Val. He's a member of my club at Helensvale, and you won't see a bloke that practices as much as Brian. He's always on the green, always trying to fine-tune his skills. So great to see him out here competing.
Yeah, it's great to see, and you know this is an event where there's so many members from the local clubs on the Gold Coast that they may not want to play originally, or they may not put their names down, but then they say, oh, you know what, I might have a game. That's what Brian's done. Helensvale had the most members playing out of any other club. 144 members enlisted to play the Australian Open, which is astronomical.
Yeah, incredible. It's great to see. Why not, Val? You've got the world's biggest tournament in your own backyard. Nothing stopping you. Have a game. Have a bit of fun. Grab some club mates and away you go. But good opening start here by both leads.
Got Evie Exton watching on from a cold Adelaide this morning. Welcome to you, Evie. She's a very handy bowler herself.
Yeah, just been picked in the South Australian women's team for the Australian Sides Championships later in the year.
Very well deserved too. I feel like Brian Little has a big role to play in this contest because he'd know these greens very well. He'd play here a lot and then he'd know the climate. So I feel as though as a lead he can really help his squad get through this opening match, section 14 this morning.
It's the lead position in fours is one of the most important roles. You really do lay the foundation for your team, and straight from the outset to the end you can put pressure on your opponents. So yeah, it's a very crucial spot that Brian's playing this morning.
And these shorter ends, they have found out the openers, and Brian's the only one that's sort of got one close. It's still short of the jack, so really important that Robbie Frankel can get one behind. Ulla wanting it to hurry and wanting it to get down. Just won't. Fairview, next best qualifiers in the men's fours. There are 103 sections in the men's fours, so means there'll be 25 next best qualifiers. So about 1 in every 4 next bests will get through into the knockout round of 128. It's a nice finish there from Robbie Frankel, but probably still finding that they're 2 down here. Oh, sorry, 2 up here. So Richard Morris really needing to get this one down.
Yeah, he's just put it out on a high line. His weight was fantastic. It's important here for Frank.
Yeah, this is...
It's first in. If he trails the jack around the corner, it makes it really difficult for the opposition. It's very close.
It's got the weight. It's definitely going to be shot, and it's passed as well. So the only bowl that's gone past, that is a perfect bowl from Frank Zammit. Richard Heinrich now. He's gone with a little bit of power here.
Anything off the shelf.
Got it.
Oh, he's got the jack and he's kicked it behind the opposition's bowl.
Still 2 down.
He's made it a lot worse for his team. Very unlucky. Gave it a chance. It's important now for Frank. He's looking to count without crossing the line. He does not want to disturb the shot bowl. It's a good home.
So what are you doing now if you're Richard Heinrich and Audie Murphy? Just trying to play to that bowl and get things behind to try and rescue shot?
Yeah, I think you just got to be careful. You don't want to be running at it. I think you really try and build the head for your skip.
Gentle weight.
Yeah, just trying to give him another bowl to work with. Ideally, you don't want to drop short, however. So he's 2 down. Not an easy head to play to. I think of Amula. I think it's time to switch to the forehand and try and beat the black bowl at the bottom of screen. That would count.
Let us know where you are watching around the world. You might get read out in the comments. We've got plenty of people watching on at the moment. Stuart Angus watching in Seaford, East Sussex in Scotland, if I can read. Still early in the morning. So Ulla Backgren now in a commanding position at the moment. This one's just going to dip. And these short ends really are finding them out this morning because these greens do move, and sometimes you can be too careful.
Yeah, it always takes a couple of ends to settle into the speed of the green and the pace. And obviously the green will be forever changing. There's a pretty big dew this morning. I'll keep getting quicker as the game goes on. He's just going to sail through.
He has given himself something to play to if he plays with similar weight, but he's got to be spot on with the line.
Yeah, that's correct. So we'll looking to add a metre of weight here to count.
Not sure. Oh, it's coming. Has he added too much weight? Yes. So can Audie Murphy rescue things for the Penrith Patriots quartet?
Yeah, he's 2 down. It's only early. Does he give himself a chance to try and play weight down to the shot bowl, kick the jack back? Looks to be on a high line.
So we think it's going to be 2 more. 1, 2, taken out. Measure for any more added to the tally, but this has been a lightning start for the Backgren skip squad. And that is a 2 to Team Backgren. So the law of averages has shown us across Ringside Live throughout the Australian Open, Howie, that if you get to 10 first, you tend to win.
Okay.
And that's across all the disciplines that we've played. All barring one match on the streaming rink has gotten to double figures first and gone on to lose. And that was on day 1 in men's singles action. Since then, you get to 10, you get to double figures, you tend to go on and get the victory.
Okay, Val, that's an interesting stat.
In fours, though, we can see both teams not get to double figures at times. So
the start of the match is all important. As we all aware, you got to get off to a good start. Try and build some confidence early. Put your team opposition under pressure. So Brian's gone for a longer length here.
Question in the comments from Stuart Angus. Have to ask this question if you don't mind. Why is there a grid on the Australian greens? Well, this grid is more for the rink markings, so the greenkeepers will alternate where the centre lines are throughout the days for general wear and tear purposes, which means that there ends up being a grid along all those lines that you see on the screen. It's just to mark where the centre lines are across each respective rinks. So we change from east to west, north to south, and it's just to adjust for the wear and tear that the Broadbeach greens will undertake across a certain period of time and throughout the Australian Open and the weeks leading up. There's the Matador fours, I think it's the Blue Diamond pairs as well. There is plenty of wear and tear.
It's been a great initiative, this sort of stuff for the game of bowl, especially our greenkeepers. So the lines are marked with a water-based paint. Where traditionally you used to have to mark them by chalk, and you would have to do that every single morning. So when you're talking 4 greens at Broadbeach, we need them ready by sort of 8:30ish as the bowlers start arriving. It'd be very difficult. So this allows the greenkeepers to move the greens each day. We'll move the rinks and try and spread that wear, and they've got plenty of lines to use. So it's a fantastic initiative.
And as opposed to drawing with chalk every morning, you can leave the paint up for a while and get some, and then come in and do it every once in a while.
And it's not easy, Val. I'm a greenkeeper by trade, and when I first started, we used to mark all our greens out with chalk, line.
How many greens were you
doing? We had
doing?
3. It wasn't easy. And then it was the best thing ever when the boss walked in one day with the paint marker. Made our life a lot better.
Because then you're having to get there earlier, because you still got to roll the greens as well.
Yeah, 100%.
And it also helps the broadcasters as well, because it tells me a lot of the time who's holding shot.
Okay, we've got Robert on the mat here. Just needs to run the journey now. It's a great effort. Still trying to find their line and length at the moment, the Penrith team. They're going to have to try and get with this soon. really would hate to give any more shots away over the next few ends.
Yeah, if you're drifting to more than 6 behind over the first few ends in fours, it can be very hard to claw back. But if you drop a lead, it's better to do it early than late. Gives you time to work your way in and gain that momentum.
Great speed, just missed his line. So Frank looking to draw another shot here. Plenty of room. As we can see, the green's drawing lovely here.
You even see that sometimes the ditch rinks can be problematic at times in terms of how they hold. Not at Broadbeach. It doesn't exist here.
Yeah, it's just a characteristic of all our greens on the Gold Coast, the TIFF Dwarf greens. This is our quickest time of the year when the greens start speeding up, and they just play lovely. You just got to take your grass, trust that the ball's going to get back. See Frank, pretty close here. Just sliding through, but might be good enough to count.
What I'm liking from these 8, I had a quick word to them before the match. They wouldn't be used to the live streaming, but none of them have stood in the way of the centre line. As I say that, watch it happen.
Yeah, it's always interesting how people react their first time being streamed. No doubt they'll be a little bit nervous.
No, these Penrith boys came up to us and said, "You're doing 27, yeah?" And we go, "Yep." They said, "Beautiful. We wanted to be on the live stream."
Ah, awesome.
So they're relishing the opportunity. And again, that's the beauty of the AO. You sign up. You never know. You might get live streamed. It may be to your horror, but it's a good experience because you can go back and watch it back, especially if you're getting coaching as well.
Yeah, you can learn from it. Definitely. So Ulla, first to the mat. He'd love to draw one right on it here and make it difficult for his opposition. Not far away.
There's someone standing right on the centre line. Might have to go word him up on the way down here. Oh, there we go.
Just cutting across again.
Yeah, just finding that range here, Audie. He just needs to, once he gets used to one of the hands, it'll make it a little bit more difficult. But Backgren seems to be zeroed in a little bit more early on in this battle of the skips.
Still plenty of room. He's only got to beat the blue bowl on the right of screen, and he would get the shot. Looks like a better grassed line. Needs to find a clear path now.
He's going to get through. Is he going to stop?
Oh, it helps.
Oh, it does. So what is the total going to be? 1 kicked out. I think that might have been the shot. So might have drawn it here. They are measuring for a second, so... It's a good, nice little nerve settler there. And he did get it in the end, Audie Murphy. Gets his team on the board. Desperately needed 4-1 after 3 in favour of Little Frankel, Zamet and Backgren.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what length they elect to play here. If it was me, I'd look to probably just stretch it out a bit. A little bit longer. Just help the teammates find their range.
You know what, I love, this is one of my, just something for OCD, but when a jack is rolled and it lands spot on the line.
They used to call that a minty back in the day,
Yeah,
Val,
well,
when I used to lead as a 10 or 11-year-old.
That was a minty.
You'd get a minty if you can land it on the line. Lolly.
That's a good initiative.
It's not a bad opener. Just needs that couple of feet, but his line was perfect.
And they have extended this out a little bit here. The mat's up a little bit, but the jack is almost at the tee, sort of in that final little bit towards you get there. Reggae Rollers watching on as well in the comments. So I think I'd be a terrible skip for streaming, always on the centre line. Well, we'd have to word you up if you're on with us.
So Brian just dropping short. So Richard is going to elect to swap hands. Looking to find 2 fair to weight. Promotes his own bowls, a good result.
Mark Rossington watching on from Tinagat Island in the Philippines. He's been watching on with us for the last couple of days. Great to have your company. Looks like a great part of the world. That one just sneaking through, but can be worked with. And of course, Howie, we've really pulled in the big guns today because from Melbourne, from the cold, we've pulled out Lachlan Williams sitting alongside us doing our vision switching. He thought he was out, but we've pulled him back in. So great to have Locke sitting alongside us.
Yeah, he loves the AO that much. We couldn't keep him away, Val.
No.
Great to see the dynamic duo back together again.
Yep.
Even if it's only for a couple of days.
It's all right. Got to give the people what they want.
Okay, so Robert. Not far away. It's a handy opener. Something to work with. Yeah, well played, Robbie. So for those in the area today, Broadbeach Bowls Club, where we are, we've got 4 greens of men's fours action. But we're also using 14 other venues across the Gold Coast, so plenty of action to witness. If you're in the area, get on down to one of the bowls clubs. Just don't know, you might see some world champions, Com Games champions in action.
Well, how good on the return of the Gold Coast Bowls and Recreational Club. They had the men's pairs clash between Aaron Sheriff and Aaron Tees and Jack McShane and Joey Clark, the defending champions against the 2023 runners-up. And Jack and Joey got the win.
Yeah. Very unlucky draw to draw 2 high-class teams in the one section. But, yeah, the young guys did the damage. But, yeah, great to have Gold Coast Bowls and Community Club back involved this year after a number of years out. They're doing a fantastic job. Small little club, Val, but they are so excited to be back in the AO fold, and yeah, they're a fantastic club.
Great to have them. And there was another section as well in the men's pairs that was absolutely dynamic, and it was Lee Schreiner and Ray Pierce, and they had Aaron Wilson and Ben Twist in their section, and Blake Nairn was also in that section as well.
Yeah, that's probably as unlucky as it comes in terms of draws. That's the thing about the AO. It's purely open. Yep. You can draw anybody. You could draw people from your home club if you're that unfortunate. Or as you just alluded to, we had 3 world-class teams in the one section. So
and the runners-up from the last 2 years. All gone. The champions from 22 and 3 gone. Nathan Rice and Flynn O'Shaughnessy eliminated in their section.
Yeah, it's
after holding the title with 1 bowl to come. Unfortunately, that bowl was in the hands of Jack McShane.
That's the beauty about sport, isn't it, Val? When you get those chances, you get those moments, you've got to try and take them because you just don't know when you're going to be back there again. As we see with that team, they've come from a bowl and winning the Australian Open title, and they're gone in section play the very next year. So That's sport. It's cruel at times, but when those opportunities arise, you got to take them with both hands.
For sure. Kieran Glover in the comments. Ben Twist and Aaron Wilson played at my little club, Beanley, on Tuesday. Lovely to watch, and that's where Lee Schreiner and Ray Pearce were playing. And Ray Pearce, of course, won the pairs title in 2019 with Aaron Sheriff, and the fours title last year. Was a late in for the fours, and also a late in for the pairs.
He needs the shot bowl now. Oh, he's just gone through the gap. Gave it a good chance. So, Ulla here, he's got an opportunity. He could afford to play a yard of weight down onto the black bowl. He turns that out of the head. He would be sitting a few shots. The jack's all right as well.
Oh, just sneaking through.
Great effort.
Found every gap there, Ulla.
Played perfect weight for the shot. Gave himself 2 opportunities here. Audie's just got to be mindful. He doesn't want to overplay this. He's really just trying to draw the shot. Touches a bonus. He's a lot closer. He wants the jack. He wants all of it now.
It's close. Oh, who's he snuck it out to? Has he made shot?
Indication was 1 to Ulla. So as you can see by Frank, he played the same shot. Arrived down to those bowls.
And if he does get the jack, it's still...
The jack's still really big here, especially the outside half of the jack. He would bring the 2 maroon bowls into play.
Big bowl for Ulla Backgren.
Got a fair bit of weight on this.
Yeah, trying to clear that shot bowl. What's he got?
He's got his own.
Oh, no. That was their shot bowl.
Yeah, he just overplayed it. The shot really was just drawing down to the wing bowl, drawing the shot for 2. Toucher was a bonus.
So 4-3 now in favour of Backgren and co. They've dropped the last 2 ends, and a 2 there for Heinrich, Murphy, Morris and McLean. Going to be a really interesting conclusion to this match, and almost at a third of the way through of these 15 ends, so very much looking forward to seeing how this all goes. But here's the momentum now with the Penrith quartet. We'll soon find out.
So Richard under the line again. Just seem to be struggling coming this way, finding the line. Could be worth trying the other side of the rink.
So really interesting start to this one. 2 ends apiece have been won. 3 multiples scored. Great to have your company wherever you're watching from around the world. Let us know. Are you in Penrith? Are you watching at the club? Little toucher there from Brian Little. Great to see so many people from so many different clubs around the country playing in this Australian Open and around the world. Ulla Backgren, of course, from Sweden. What has Robbie Frankel got from the Bondi Bowling Club? Sydney, great part of the world. Average age at Bondi, only 42 years of age. So it is one of the younger clubs by the law of averages here in our sport. Really good to see. They're really trying to grow at Bondi and bringing in a lot of the locals, and it's a great part of the world to be doing it. And, you can really take advantage of your location if you are in Bondi. It is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world, or in Australia at least. Generally, if people go to Sydney, Howie, they go to Bondi.
Yeah, great part of the world.
So get people into your club. That's what they're trying to do. They are growing.
Yeah, I've been to Bondi Bowls Club. It's great little location, great spot.
Mervyn Bennett watching from home, but go Penrith boys. Wayne Anderson watching from Broken Hill. This one's coming for the shot bowl.
Very close. Oh, he's done well. Kick the jack back to his own bowl. Sorry, no he hasn't. The shadows have moved and it's a maroon bowl.
It is. These shadows can cause problems. That is for sure.
But it's a lot better where he's put it. Plenty of room now to draw the shot.
Frank Zammit from Robina. Also one of the host clubs here. Adam Camilleri watching from Penrith. A Wenty member now. Great to see a few old club mates on the stream. Well, I'm sure they're very glad that you're watching. Of course, I think Wenty Leagues hosted the one of the Prime Minister debates earlier on this year. So it's great to see him at a bowls club.
Yeah, Wenty Leagues is a huge club, Val. If you've ever been there before, it's Western Sydney. It's Parramatta sort of area. It's a fantastic venue. As we see a great shot there by Frank.
Well, they had a drone shot on debate night, and yeah, it looks ginormous. Natalie Sims watching from Port Broughton. Great to have your company wherever you are. We're here at the Broadbeach Bowls Club on a fine Thursday morning on the Gold Coast.
So Audie, first on the mat. Be looking to just try and draw a close second with his first. Gets the shot even better.
I reckon he's almost gone the bowl here. He's given it a fair whack.
He's not far away. Just going to sail through. Great effort. He has stayed up, which gives him options for his next.
Might actually be his second shot.
Just needs to run.
Will have put down his line is good.
Okay. It's important now for Audie to try and find out how many down he is, because if it's only one, he can try and trail this jack or sit the shot bowl out. He switched to his forehand, which likely means arriving, Val. Looking for the jack.
He has changed.
He's trying.
If he can clear that bowl, he's close. Got a little shave. Oh, has he made... I think he has gotten through for one there.
Oh, it's a good result. He wasn't far away. He got under that bowl. He was very close.
He was in the area. Have a look at this. Just needed to clear that front bolt. Was doing so. Got a little shave through. And then clipped a bolt. Lying in 4-1. Ulla, not sure how he's tossed this one out. It's doing its utmost, but I'm not sure it's going to get back.
So 1 to the Penrith team.
All of a sudden, after 5 ends, as we hit a third of the way to getting home, 4-all. What's been your highlight of the tournament so far? Have you been able to watch anything or keep an eye on some of the results? You can't say Kelsey.
Yeah, I haven't. To tell you the truth, I haven't really watched that much.
Well, you have been very busy. You've got an excuse.
But yeah, no, it's hard to put a finger on it, Val. It's the beauty about the AO is just seeing so many happy people. They're all on holidays, playing bowls, meeting new friends. Yeah, I can't honestly tell you yet, mate. There's obviously still just over a week to go. Plenty of action as we head into the knockout rounds of most events. It was great to see a couple of days ago 2 young New Zealand guys from, 2 young New Zealand boys. I think they were about 10 and 8.
Lockie and Geordie.
Yeah, the McEwens.
We interviewed them last year.
Yeah.
Come back for more.
It's just fantastic to watch them play, and it's just fantastic. A great promotion of the sport of bowls. They've got a big future. Great deliveries. Great game awareness. So, yeah, that was probably a highlight so far, but plenty of action to come. So, Brian looking to find 2 feet of weight. His line was perfect with his opening delivery.
He's got his line right, but yeah, the weight just overcorrected there.
Yeah, it's where those small corrections on the Tiff Dwarf green, especially as they start running a bit quicker, can be difficult. They're the ones that, for new players, are quite hard, that adjustment. It's really like 1 or 2 full rotations of the bowl. I guess that's what you've got to think about in your head. So it's not much. It's just a little bit more of a flick out of the hand, or however you deliver it.
What can the man affectionately known as Rabbit do? Introduced himself as Rabbit this morning. He said, you can call me Rabbit, but I don't know if I feel right about it. I don't know him.
He's done well. Good opener. Weight's perfect. I suppose, is he a South Sydney fan, is he, Val?
Could be.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen a few random South guys around. A lot of Rabbitohs hats.
I'm a Rooster fan, so I don't sort of like the Rabbitohs much, so I probably won't call him Rabbit. They're our
big rival,
our grudge match, so to speak, each round when we play them. Okay.
At the moment, the Bulldogs on top of the NRL ladder with the Raiders, Warriors, Storm. Where are the Panthers?
Struggling.
Oh wow!
It's always bound to happen. You can't stay on top for so long, and I know this is not a football coverage, but yeah, they've lost some quality talent over the last few years, gone to clubs, and but I wouldn't write them off. They'll come home strong, probably miss out on the 8, but I'm pretty sure they'll regroup.
It's all right. The Storm is still up there. That's what we like.
Okay,
Better than where Richmond is anyway.
we've got Robert. Needs to drop a fair bit of weight on his first. I wasn't game to mention Richmond, Val, but
No, they're just... Thank God we've got a bye this weekend. Let's just say that. We might lose to the bye, but...
What a great correction. Well played.
No losing there. Great delivery. They're starting to flex their muscle a bit here.
Yeah, it's sort of a interesting match. Both teams are sort of struggling for some consistency here, but as we see Frank just sail through.
So, be interesting to see as you can have a look at the replay screen there. Locke's just bringing all the tricks.
Yeah, so Audie will be looking to draw another shot. I think he's best to go on the backhand. Try and change the head up slightly.
Haven't led as of yet, this Penrith team. Went down 4-0. Audie's not far
Very close.
away.
Oh, he's played a good shot. He was unlucky. Ideally, he wanted to turn that one behind the jack, but it's a good bowl. Ulla will be arriving, looking for jack movement down the line.
So Ulla Backgren, I think he's underneath.
He needs to get fortunate. He's just going to sail under. It's okay.
Well, they can use it. Picturesque day. I don't think I've seen a cloud here for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, let's hope it stays like that.
Autie.
Wants to be careful here with the jack.
Oh,
May have given the shot away.
I think he has. That fruit tingle bowl of Frank Zammit was waiting in the wings. And Ulla's just come up to survey the head and inspect what he might be doing. Have a look at this on the replay here. He wanted to hit it belly or stop and, yeah, hit it up the line.
Yeah, just overplayed it. His intention was right, trying to just turn the ball over, change the dynamics of the head, but yeah, just a little bit quick and he was unlucky.
Bit of animation there from Richard Heinrich. Been played in a good spirit so far, this one.
So, Ulla's on the forehand. He does have to be careful not to promote the pink bowl.
Or promote the jack towards that blue bowl. Ulla Backgren.
He may give the shot away here.
Oh, no. Well,
He has. Played the wrong hand, Val. Had to be if he was going to play a shot, had to be a backhand draw. But
just kindness, I think, Howie. Just said, oh, you gave us one, we'll give it right back.
Sportsmanship, Val. It's great to see.
Yeah. 5-4 in favour of Morris, McLean, Heinrich and Murphy. The Penrith team take the lead for the first time after 6 ends of this contest as we get towards the halfway mark. So they've won 4 ends in a row. Only one multiple from that, though. So at least if you are Ulla and co, you're thinking, all right, well, yes, we've lost a few ends on the bounce, but we're getting in for second shot for the majority of the time.
Yeah, I still think it's anybody's. I alluded to before, both teams are a little bit inconsistent at the moment. So I think the team that can start building the head, constantly place their bowls in and around the jack, will probably dominate this match. But they're all still trying to find their way. So Brian Little
Really important bowl for Brian Little just to get some confidence for his team, and a couple more feet away and he was all right.
So what's been your highlight, Val, so far?
Oh, there's been a lot of them. I think it was day 2. I'm going to go back and double check, but we had a day where all of the matches were extremely close. So day 3, I think hang on, I'm going to go back and double check. And it was into day 1.
Great shot by Richard.
Day 3.
Okay.
Men's singles. Nathan Lyon, Jason Membry, 21-20. Bruce Lyons, Paul Webb, 21-20. And Alex Hyde, Chris Johnston, 21-17.
Yeah, wow. Great games.
And the Nathan Lyon, Jason Membry game, that was an absolute cracker. And we said that he needed to start getting ready for play at Lords. But he stayed around and played some bowls instead.
Yeah, the way our quicks are going, they may not need
no
Lyon.
So he can come back. Of course, that is not the Nathan Lyon, but he does work at Cricket New South Wales in a community engagement role, which is unbelievable. But yeah,
so Robert just sneaking past there.
But it's been the action has been awesome. We've had some really wonderful games on Ringside Live.
So Robbie looking to try and get a close second.
Of course, 10 years on the Gold Coast this year. Great things to do. Awesome things to see. Great food. Of course, we've given O'Bagel many plugs on this broadcast and still yet to receive a free one. Maybe one day.
Have you advised them of the promotion you do give them, Val?
You know what? We actually, as a joke, we sent it in once to their social media channels and never got a response. So I'm going to keep trying. Because I think we should almost be on a commission here at Ringside Live.
Okay.
Richard Heinrich here.
Looking to add. Currently holding one. Has he got the legs?
I think he does.
He's done well. It's a good shot.
Look at the way that hooped back.
So the calls. Ulla's calling to arrive.
Is he trying to get rid of both of those bowls?
Well,
sort of splice them.
I still think they need one in the area. It's just a confident draw. He has put a fair bit of weight on it, however.
But he's pretty close.
He's very close.
Oh, my word.
Blue and the black now. What a shot.
Ooh la la.
Well played, Frankie.
That looked good straight out of the hand. Have a look at this on the replay. See it coming, making its way down. 1-2 shot.
Oh, brilliant shooting. He's put it straight back. That's great bowl. Front toucher. Frank's at it again.
A bit wider this time. So, chalk spray comes out, and it's all to do for Ulla Backgren again, and you feel like the consistency is just there at the moment for this Penrith team.
Yeah, that was Richard's best 2 bowls of the match, so he'll take a lot of confidence out of those 2.
We had 2 within a couple of centimetres. One right on, one a couple away. So be very pleased.
Or would he be looking to count? Try and sneak past and count. Doesn't want to cross the line and promote the shot bowl. Does not want to hit the shot bowl.
I think he's going to avoid it.
Oh,
Just.
He's done well.
That had to be millimetre perfect, and it was. Because he wouldn't want to repeat of the last end where he gave shot away.
The problem is if he got to that shot bowl, he just opens up the split for the jack, and at the moment it's a very difficult head for Ula to play to.
He's dropping under here, so he's going to have to do something otherworldly with his last.
Good home. That's where the jack's going.
Is he going to go big here?
I don't think so. It's a one-bowl target. I think he'll just try and arrive to the shot bowl, sit and stay, kick the jack back.
He's going to arrive. I think he's tossed it out too wide, though.
If he gets the second shot, it's a good result. Just gone through the gap.
So it's a bit of danger here. They're 2 down now, and all of a sudden it's 3 down on the scoreboard. And that was phenomenal shooting there from Richard Heinrich. 7 shots to 4 as we head into the 8th end of the 15 allotted. 2 hours and 15 minutes is the time limit. I think we're going to get there more than comfortably.
Still electing to go for this mat up, rolling the jack to the tee. This length's been working over the last few ends for the Penrith boys. So Richard, he'd love to put one right on it. Wants the jack now. He's done well. So you can see the signage around the greens, Val. Big shout out to our major event partners.
Oh, yeah.
Tourism Events Queensland. Experience Gold Coast.
It is the premier place for the Australian Open. 10 years up here. As we said before, there's so much to do, so much to see. It's not just a bowls event, it's also a holiday for a lot of these people that come up and well and truly earned one. And in the middle of the year, when it's cold in the southern states, where else would you rather be?
Yeah, it's just the perfect balance, this event. So a lot of tournaments around the country, if you go to, you're virtually playing for 4 or 5 days, no breaks. So very hard to take your family with you. But the way the Australian Open's scheduled, you might be drawn on one day, then you might have 1 or 2 days off. So perfect chance to bring your family up, go to the theme parks, go to the beaches, really experience what the Gold Coast has to offer.
Oh, that is exquisite shooting here.
Well played.
Richard Morris. And now they're starting to really assert themselves. But yeah, you're right. It's an absolutely wonderful tournament. Perfect blend of participation and high performance as you look at the replay there. This one's working its way down, but it's going to end up in the sand.
Yeah, he gave it a chance.
And look, I think they'll still continue to try and do that.
Yeah. It is important here for Penrith that Robert does give it a chance still. Like, he could trail it first. Both bowls are a toucher, so he turns them past the jack is good as well. At the moment, you can't really leave it like that.
It's a target to play to, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Has he sent it?
Not sure. It's coming.
Not quite.
Needs to have the wheels, but He got his line almost spot on.
So expect Robbie to arrive down to the shot bowls, trail the jack, even if he trails it into the ditch.
Under. And does it stay on? And I can see the Rabbitohs logo on his bowl. So you bang on the money, Howie. Robert McLean. This is a much wider line. But it's trying to work back.
Okay, Robbie. Weight's good enough to get the shot. Just need to correct his line.
Well, he's not going to be under here. Given this enough grass.
He's just added weight and it will hold.
But he might crash into his own and get a little result.
Okay.
So it's there, but still 2 down.
Actually makes it easier. It makes it easier for his team now. They can work off that bowl and trail the jacks, hit the shot bowl. Still a chance for Penrith.
And this is where Autie has said, I want you to move it. I want you to get rid of that bowl.
Yeah. Even if he just slips past the blue and draws a toucher is really good as well. Just looking to play that sort of 2 feet of weight. It's very close here, Val.
Richard Heinrich, well, he's been on song.
Clears the front one now. Oh, unlucky. Perfect weight.
He's looking good at the moment, Richard Heinrich.
He's dialed in the last few ends. He's starting to find his weight. He's been the difference, really, to see the Penrith guys get back in front.
This one's travelling at a rate of knots. And another one in the ditch. So can Richard Heinrich put something in a good spot?
Yeah, his ideal result is getting to the blue bowl, just turning it past the jack and falling over himself. He would cover the jack.
It's going to dip.
Just under. Good home. So Frank, looking for the jack in the ditch.
Absolute exquisite leading. Always
Very close. And jack off the blue. Well played, Frank.
The 2 touches are in the ditch now, so...
He may still be 2 down.
Yeah. With a great result, he could still be. They'll survey it now. Autie is going to have a look, and so will Ulla. There's the replay. Have a look at that. He got both. Probably, I reckon it might be 1 down, looking at where that bowl to the right has landed.
Yeah, he's very unlucky to catch so much of the blue on the way through. Gets less of that, he'll probably sit right on top of the jack. But good shot, giving his team a chance.
That was brilliant leading from Richard Morris. Really put him in a good spot. So, the skips, or the first, second and third, just survey the head and what it looks like and where the jack lies in the ditch. And now I think it's just trying to add, and if you're Ulla, trying to do something special. What has Autie done here? If he gets a clear run, doesn't want to promote that red bowl, it's okay. Had good weight to get there, actually.
Yeah, he wasn't far off.
If he didn't land on the bowl, he was in.
So we'll just try and draw the shot, or will he try and promote the white bowl into the ditch?
It is a toucher, so he has that option.
He's going for promotion. Will it get down?
Might.
Oh, what an effort. Okay, Autie needs to be careful. Does not want the white bowl. Oh, Had his teammates worried for half a second there.
Naughty Aughty. So, I think...
Oh, he's trying to change hands. Sorry to cut you off there, Val. He just was so close to playing the perfect shot of his first.
I think he is changing. Is he there?
He's here. Might be into the front bowl.
Front onto... Oh, so close. Just those front bowls ended up being the problem. So is it 1 or 2 here? It's just the one. So Frank ended up cutting one out. But it's now 6 ends on the bounce for McLean, Morris, Murphy and Heinrich. And they lead at 8-4 after 8. So the momentum well and truly with this quartet from Penrith. 3 of them in their first Australian Open draws.
Oh, wow.
That's Robert, Richard, or the 2 Richards. Richard Heinrich, Richard Morris and Robert McLean. Aughty Murphy in his second Australian Open.
How good.
Great
How
to
good
see.
is that?
It's awesome.
That's the way to go, Val. Like, 4 players from the one club, travel up, have a game in the singles, break off and play pairs together, and then team up for the 4s.
It's awesome, isn't it? All coming up with your mates. Yeah. Wonderful. That's what this AO is.
It's like in footy, you finish your season, you get a group of mates together and you go on your end-of-season footy trip. I think a lot of clubs use this as the end-of-season bowls trip.
Yep.
They've just come off their pennant seasons. A lot of the southern states have the down period now with the winter weather. Let's grab some mates together and come to the Gold Coast and have a bit of fun.
That's what it is. And, of course, you can go to the trade marquee and get kitted out in the 2025 Australian Open merch. But also, we've got so many wonderful people in there. There's Aero Bowls, Drake's Pride, Henselite, Bowler's Paradise. So much in there. And now they're all starting to dial in here. Richard Morris absolutely nailing his last couple, and that's a nice little first up bowl there.
So Brian just needs to hold on now. It's a pretty good opener. Perfect speed.
Brian sporting some spalms there, sun protection sleeves. Of course, Chloe Stewart, one of the general managers, or the general manager, I think, former right at home Jackaroo. Leaves a spot open for somebody at the end of the season or the end of the year when the squads are announced. So, the Australian Open's going to be a key.
Plenty to play for.
We've got Kitty on the comments saying 4s. That'll keep us on our toes. I find it so confusing with all those colours. You're not the only one.
So Robert can really play either way here. Plenty of room to draw the shot. Yeah, just a little quick. Perfect line for the shot.
So this is Robert McLean.
Still running. Just going to run through. So it is Brian Little still holding shot.
Yeah, but the thing is, when they're running through, they're getting stuff past their head, and this has been a major issue for Ulla, Brian, Robbie, and Frank that just haven't been able to get things past, and well, that's probably gone in for shot.
It's worked out all right. Yeah. He's sort of covered the danger by trailing that and still got shot. But this is the man that's been doing the damage. Richard, last couple of ends, he's been all over it. He's out on a high line. How's his weight? His line was good enough.
He's dialed in at the moment.
Close for shot.
He's got that swagger about him as well. You never see many bowlers walking around with, you know, belted pants, and I love it. Old school.
Yeah, you're only new to the game, Val. Like,
yeah,
that's what we grew up with, the old belted pants. But no, it's great to see the attire in our sport now, what you can purchase. It's just fantastic.
There's something for everyone. You can still go with the belted pants, or you can wear shorts, and there's just so many options for everybody.
He's pointed this well. Clear run. He's played a ripper here, Val.
Has he done it again?
Oh, he's just going through. Unlucky.
The greens they are moving quickly.
Yeah, they're starting to speed up now. You can really tell.
Session 2 is going to be bananas.
Look at all those bowls at the bottom of screen waiting for the Penrith boys. If Audie was to draw the jack a foot, he could make a big number here.
Could go a long way to finishing it off. So they haven't won an end since the conclusion of the second. We're playing the 9th. Starting to get a little concerning if you are Ulla Backgren and his team. Started so well, 4-0 to the good. But they've lost 6 ends in a row.
So he's caught them all together for a team huddle.
Sometimes it's good just to regroup, get your communication right. So as the skip, a lot of it is on you.
So Audie be the first to play here. Forehand, touch down the line. Definitely up. Gets to the shot bowl. What's next best? Has made it harder to trail the jack, however. Ulla's got to be careful here.
Yep. I feel like the front three of Robert, Richard, and Richard are doing so much damage that Ulla is really having to go into rescue mode.
Yeah, you're correct. The last few ends, when missing, they're getting in good positions and just putting the pressure on the opposition. That has worked out all right where his bowl's gone to. Has covered the trail. So would he be looking to just draw the shot now? How's his weight? Looks to be just a little quick.
So we've got the final rounds of women's singles action. A lot of big names got through yesterday. And the first stages of men's fours, women's fours to take place tomorrow. Ulla's has gone very big here, and that's not going to affect, or it might. No. So another 1 to the Penrith quartet as we head towards the final third of this match and have won 7 ends in a row and lead at 9-4. Glenn Windle on the comments. Good fish and chip shop across the road if anyone's hungry. In the 4 years that I've been coming up here for the AO, I haven't been there.
Yeah, right.
So maybe on the days off, wander up for some lunch.
Yeah, it is good. I haven't been there for a few years.
I think Locke on a day off last year. You went over there and he's nodding, saying pretty good. Well, that is definitely gone out of bounds there, almost on the next rink. Not the best of jack rolls from Richard Morris, but that does happen. So finally they get control of the length back. Let's see what they do. Brian Little has said, I'm putting the mat back. Are we going really long here? Almost right at the back of the rink. Brian Little. Oh, no. Oh, no. So we've had 2 lost jacks out of bounds. And bring it up, says Aughty. Keep on going. Very rare that you see that. 2 jacks out of bounds in the exact same spot.
Yeah, it doesn't happen a lot.
In that stage, it'll go back on the tee, but then the team that did win the end, the previous end, can choose where they put the mat.
Yeah, it was an important jack roll there for Brian. Try and get off these short lengths. The Penrith boys have been dominating, especially coming this way. So Richard running a little hot here. May go into the ditch.
I think it's staying up. Has.
Just.
He'll take it, though.
Okay, chance for Brian. He'd love to put one on it here and try to start putting a bit of pressure back on the Penrith boys.
What has Brian Little got? Well, this one's moving. This might actually promote Richards into the ditch. Or it might go in itself. Yep. That's where that jack roll was so important to get right for Brian. He'll be kicking himself. So the only 2 bowls on the rink are that of Richard Morris.
Needs to run.
He's overcorrected here.
Yeah, easily done on these short lengths.
And again, that's why that jack roll is just so important to get done or to get in, at least.
So Robert on the forehand. Also needs to continue to run. Yeah, about a metre short there. So Robbie, his team need a couple of big bowls here. Needs to take his time on the mat. Draw the shot.
Well, moving at rabbit's pace. Another one in the ditch.
Yeah, he just seems to be rushing it a little bit, Robbie. He's sort of jumping straight on the mat and straight into his delivery away he goes. Just take a little bit of time, especially now the green's starting to quicken up.
So just one bowl on the rink at the moment, and 4 for this New South Wales quartet. A man affectionately known as Rabbit, Robbie Frankel, he has got to keep this one on the rink. And I'm not sure that he has. Oh no. You know, rabbits move quick, but needed to just enjoy the scenery of the green there, and he didn't. So this is danger. I think this could very well be the end where this match breaks open.
Well, the thing for Penrith, they'd love another close one. There's still plenty of room to draw the shot. And Richard's not going to run the journey.
He's not happy at all. Turned his back on it almost immediately, but he's finally he still counted.
I'd expect Frank to draw at least second shot here. He's quick as well, Val.
Yeah, this is dangerous. Oh no. Needs to hold, needs to stay up. So still Brian Little's bowl, the only one on the rink. Willer's getting a little frustrated. Wry smile. Well, they're currently, at least 4 down here. Is he short again? He's telling it to run.
It'll be good enough to count. All right, Frankie. A metre to get second here. Take your time.
Doesn't want to overcorrect, that's the problem.
Yeah, looks better.
This does. Surely.
He's done well here.
Nicely done. That is the one. Frank Zammit.
Uller's just let out a big sigh. Thank you, Frank. It was looking quite ugly there for a while.
Well, there's 6 bowls to 2 on the rink, and somehow, some way they're holding.
So this is the difference there. Like Richard really didn't consolidate the head for the Penrith guys. Although they held 5 or 6 shots, there was still plenty of room for Frank. So Audie, I'd expect himself to make sure he's arriving down the forehand, sit the shot bowl. His bowl's on the way up that he can promote.
It's probably an end that I think these 8 guys won't watch back. Unless there's an absolute bomb played at the end of it. Maybe Frank might watch his bowl.
Well, Audie's up and at him. Will it get back?
Tell you what.
Not quite.
It's trying, but...
Good sider. He can work with that. Just needs to correct a foot of grass and be very close.
Can Ulla get a second one in here? Maybe change things up in this match. 9-4 down. They're holding. They haven't won an end.
Oh, he's not here.
Last 7. And this is danger.
It's a good guide for Audie as well. All right. These are the ones as a skip you love to play.
Yep.
At least 5 seconds. Sit the shot bowl out. Really play whatever weight he likes. Needs to clear the front.
It's close.
Oh,
it pinballed everywhere. But I think he's made one.
Wow, that was unlucky. Jack in the ditch was 5.
Yep.
It's bounced back. What a great shot. It's all up. Love to draw the shot here and get this mat back.
Ulla Backgren. It's doing its utmost. Has he got enough on it? No. And again, this Penrith combination finds a way. They deserve the end, really, with how many bowls they did keep on the rink. And they lead it 10-4. By the law of averages, you get to double figures first. On Rinkside Live, you tend to win. And they've won 8 ends in a row. There's the replay there. You could see it pinballing around like the old Microsoft game. And that jack roll, a missed opportunity from Brian Little, might just be the danger. Or the missed opportunity, it might just be the straw that broke the camel's back. Ulla just couldn't consolidate. Surely not another missed jack roll. Surely not another one. Surely not. I think it's just in. Just. Glad it's not 10-pin bowling. Those would have gone in the gutter. Let us know where you're watching from, around the nation or around the world. Always get many different people watching on Rinkside Live. Richard Morris with his opener. Not a bad starter. Second bowl coming through here. Brian Little. What can he do? Ulla's urging it, willing it to come back. So, another one from Richard Morris. Going past, so, and this has been the difference as well. Richard has been able to get bowls past the jack with his openers, and Brian, you feel as though he started off well, but he's just ended up short on so many occasions, and that doesn't help. If you're Ulla, he simply needs to get one past the jack here. And he hasn't done so. So now it's real panic stations. There's 6 behind. And he's put them close. But any jack movement can be of huge detriment now because it can rule out those 2 bowls completely and utterly. Nina Ray watching from a cold and wet Christchurch. Sure it is. This time of the year, that's for sure. Melbourne's the same.
Yeah, Robert just overplayed it. Great line for the shot. Just okay, doors slightly ajar here for Robbie. Holding. Looking to draw the shot. Beat the blue. Bottom left of screen. He's out on a good line. Has he got the run? Yeah, not quite. He doesn't want the bowls. Wants the jack now. Oh, he's done well. Kicked it out to the bottom of screen.
Absolutely flying, aren't they?
So very interesting. Selecting to stay on the backhand. Looks like he's overplayed it. Not if he runs into the jack. So he has killed the end. So the jack will go back on the tee. And as we can see, the Penrith boys will be holding a couple.
You feel like they're just one end from. You feel as though the lead is. It's going to be hard to get back now for Ulla and team, but you feel as though they're one end away from absolutely breaking it open and putting that final nail in the coffin. They're just all over it, aren't they?
Yeah, you're right. Here's another one. He's played this well. Great shot, Richard. It's another counter. Frankie's not short here. He's going to need to sit something. He's just gone through the gap. Yeah, well played. It's another one. Frank's still quick here. Really needs to sit the blue bowl. And he has. And got the shot.
Very well needed.
Oh, yeah, quite fortunate. He did overplay the shot, but got a good result. So now Audie, once again, plenty to play to here. Two options, Val. He can try and draw the shot. Or if he's feeling confident, he can take that white ball out for a number. What would you do, Val?
I don't know. There's so much room. Dead draw. If you're Audie, try if you can get a trail of the jack, but that hand seems blocked.
It's a good call, Val. You're right. Like, there is still plenty of room to draw the shot, and Audie does draw a toucher. He makes three anyway. Yeah. So I suppose as a skip, you got to look at what might be the easiest shot to play, what you think you can replicate, or deliver, sorry, I should say. But
and at the moment, it's trying to seal this off. Like, I know if you drop a one, it's not the worst thing, but you got to worry about the future as well. Shots up, you need to try and get as many as you can.
It just depends, what style of play you are. Like, there's a chance. Like, for instance, if Ryan Besser's got that shot, he probably goes that white bowl and lays 4 or 5. But
look, I've got a bit of a propensity to drive when I'm rolling up, but. Sometimes as you watch more, you learn what the percentage plays are.
Yeah.
When you've got room like that, and he does have a good draw here, Audie. So let's see what he can do. Even a trail of that jack does work out.
Okay. He's going to have really good weight to get back from there.
It's trying, but.
Just not coming, yeah.
Might get back on the board here, barring catastrophe for Ulla Backgren. Holding one.
He's got to be very careful what he does here. If he's got the shot, he just does not want to give it away. They really need that mat back. Change the length.
Because it did happen. There was a big sliding doors moment on N6 when they were given the shot back, and then Ulla gave it straight back with his final bowl at the end. Gave away the lead for the first time since then. They haven't won an end. They finally do now. It's 10-5 after 11. So after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ends in a row that they lost, with 4 to play, they get within 5. Haven't seen anything more than a 2. But stranger things have happened in this sport. Great to have your company. Day 6 of the 2025 Australian Open Men's Fours action coming your way up next at 11:45 a.m. An hour and 10 minutes local time. Stephen Starth, Wayne Fraser, Norm Whitehead and Patrick Phelan of Victoria up against a team that I haven't really heard too much about. Barry Lester, Corey Wedlock, Aaron Tees and Aaron Sheriff. I've heard they go okay.
Yeah, what a team. What a team. But the beauty about bowls, Val, anything can happen on your day.
Yeah, if you're not quite feeling it, you never know. Hopefully Patrick Phelan is feeling good.
Yeah, what an experience for that team. But to play Australian Jackaroos, world champions.
The 2023 champions of this event.
Another good opener here by Richard.
But
he has played well.
The difference is that Brian has actually got one past. And he can work with that. The last couple of ends, he's just dipped a little bit. And they've made this end a little bit longer, so...
Yeah, it's a good tactic. Get off those short lengths. He's just overcorrected. Okay, swapping over to his forehand. No, he's staying on his backhand. Thought the indication from the skip was the swap.
Sometimes it's hard to see on the setup as well. It's very disguised.
Yep. Oh, wow.
Well, now Brian's got two past. One not of his own doing. Don't reckon Ulla will really need to work with that too much, but...
Okay, Robbie, draw the shot. He's on his backhand. Here we go.
It's looking all right.
This might be a shot of the day here. Turn hard now. Well played, Robbie.
That's a nice looking rabbit. A multiple is what they need.
Still plenty of time. 5 shots in 4s.
Well, you're within...
It's not much at all.
You're always within an end of victory. Of course, you don't see many 8s, and I don't reckon I've ever seen one on rinkside. But it can happen. Have you ever scored an 8?
Me? I believe I have. I've definitely dropped one. I'd probably rather not mention that, but I have now. I've told the whole of Australia.
And the world.
Yeah, I dropped one at a tournament, actually, playing with the great Adam Jeffrey.
Yep.
Sorry to put your name out there, Sludgy, but yeah.
PTSD.
It was quite funny. But anyway, it happens. Happens to the best of them.
What happened at the Com Games a couple of years ago? I think Ali Forsyth scored an 8 for New Zealand.
Yes, he did. Oh, no, 8 against, wasn't it? Against the Wales?
Oh, I think it was 7-4 and then dropped an 8 on the last end to drop it. Either way, Ali wasn't happy.
Oh, Frankie's try the jack here.
Holding 2. So has this changing length worked a little bit more? And that is superb. Absolutely superb. From from Richard Heinrich. Aaron Jaros watching on the comments. Sure he's watching from the gym. So they're just having all the answers at the moment, and foot is down at about 7 o'clock for 8 o'clock for Autie Murphy. Telling Richard Heinrich where to go. Just got a message from Michael Dodd in the comments. Why is the sound echoing? We've just checked on our end. It's all good, so maybe just refresh the app and open it back up. Shouldn't be echoing too much or at all. Howie, you've almost tripped over the cord, and you okay?
Yeah, I didn't realise it was wrapped around my foot as I got up. Just a club ringing through with just a question.
Ulla Backgren.
What a great shot.
Sorry to interrupt you there, but he's just made 3 with a ripper. His best shot of the day. And there's only one more here. Audie Murphy's first. This was a absolute beauty. Audie needs to be careful. He doesn't want to promote this bowl. Oh, no. Oh, I think it's 4 now.
It's made it a lot harder. Here we go, Val. We were just alluding to. It's one end. Get you back in the match.
Well, if Ulla can put in another, he could make it 5, which would tie it up with 3 ends to play if Audie Murphy can't respond. He's given it everything. Has he got the weight, Howie?
Just needs a turn.
It's coming.
Weight's good enough.
Oh, yeah.
He's played a ripper.
5. This is huge.
Right. If I was Audie, I'd be going almost between the 2 short bowls at the front of screen there.
He hasn't been asked many questions in the last
He's close.
40 minutes or so. Audie Murphy,
gets around the front. Wants a solid connection now.
Oh,
Audie Murphy
saved it.
Just rolled out.
I think he's 3 down still, but he's still cut it. I thought that was hitting the gap for all money.
Wow, he gets a bit more of that shot bowl. That's almost the shot of the carnival.
Yep.
On day 6. What a great effort.
I think this is still 3. And still a very handy result if you are Ulla Backgren, because now it's only a 2-shot margin. And what I've noticed, they won 8 ends in a row. Audie Murphy and team scored only 2 multiples. Ulla Backgren's only won 4 ends. Their scores a 2, a 2, a 1, and a 3. So 3 multiples. And that's the scoreline difference right there.
Yep.
That's why they're right in this game now. There's 3 ends to go, 2 shots to chase. Game well and truly on. 5 minutes ago, you would not have thought this. They were 1 end away from putting it completely to bed.
Okay, Brian virtually ditched a ditch here. Really stretched that length out.
And now, Howie, you look back at that end where Audie relinquished shot and then Ulla gave it straight back for 1. If you add 1 to Team Backgren and take 1 off Team Murphy, it's even right now. So how important will that end be when determining the end result of this match? And look at what Brian Little is putting together in these last few ends. He's getting bowls past. This is a good length for him.
Okay, Richard. He'd love to get back on top of this jack like he was doing earlier in the match.
Who saw this coming?
To be travelling. Has stayed up.
There was that end where Ulla's team had 1 bowl on the rink as opposed to 6 of Audie's, and they ended up scoring a 1 from it. Or saved 1 or something along those lines.
Yeah, that's when Brian got the jack and it...
right.
Sorry, Brian. Audie got the jack and it didn't go in the ditch.
Yep.
It bounced back out to the side.
Only secured 1. They only, dropped a 1. That was the end there that could have broken it wide open. Alas, it was only a 1. So...
Okay, Richard looking to drop a couple of metres of weight here.
I think he's dropped maybe too much. It's trying to get down, but it won't. So that
Okay.
might be a bit of a nuisance later on.
All right, the rabbit, as they call him.
Played his
Matt.
best end last time out.
Gets around the short bowl. He's not far away, Val.
He has.
He's done well. Good shot.
Robbie Frankel.
Not sure Robert's going to run the journey here. Yeah, he's just left it behind. Okay, Robbie. Looking to replicate his first. Not too far away. Maybe just overplayed the weight slightly.
So this is starting to look a little ugly. If you are this Penrith team.
Yeah, Robert McLean, he's played better weight. He's just holding out.
And all of a sudden, they're looking at a few down. But I dare say the winning shot might not have been played yet.
Yeah, it's not pretty. Still got Richard here playing in the third position for the Penrith boys. He's been playing great.
It's going to crash in
Today, so none bigger than this. Oh, has he turned it up for shot?
Oh no, Frank Zammit. He's not happy. And a strong shake of the head after that.
Wow.
When you're chasing and you've only got 3 ends to try and win this game, that is agonising. He didn't want to have to ask Ulla to do any more.
This is close. Well played, Richard. Another bowl in the head is big for his team. It's not the shot, it's close to it.
Ulla says 1 down. Get us back in there, Frank. Been a really interesting encounter. Did not see this comeback coming. From 10-4 down, they're within 2.
Clears the front, he's close.
Just needs to clear the front, needs to get around. He's so close. Frank Zammit, what have you done? You've done the perfect.
What a shot.
Well, he taketh away and then he giveth.
It could be 2. Still a chance for Richard. Arrive.
Yeah, but the back bowls are owned by Brian Little.
Yeah, he doesn't need much weight. He's really just a full draw.
How's
that jack, gets to the bowl.
Turned his back on it immediately.
Okay.
So if it's 2, all the Backgren, have a look at this. You said it needed to clear the front. I think it shaved it a couple of centimetres. And Frank Zammit, well, what a way to respond and what a way to mentally regroup after giving shot away.
Yes. Still presents Ulla, I should say, with a good shot down on his backhand. Virtually following Frank down. Look to get to the black one. Turns it out, would be 3.
And more importantly, the lead, which would be insane considering where they were a couple of ends ago. And you can see he's got a pep in his step here, Ulla Backgren. He's walking with a bit of swagger down the rink. We know the Swedes are cool, calm and collected at the best of times.
He's taking his time. It's the business end of the game. So you want to take your time. Try and execute. Draw the shot. Looks to be under. Will it be a nuisance bowl and get in the road of Audi?
No, it
hasn't.
No. So what are you doing here if you're Auty?
I think he can afford to probably play a couple of yards of weight, Val. Give yourself a chance to trail the jack. If he gets to the white bowl, he does sit the brown one out as well. If he gets to the brown one, he's likely going to get the shot.
He's close.
He just wants to get down a little bit harder now. He's taken one out. It's unlucky.
So
probably just overplayed it slightly.
Ulla now, same bowl.
Yeah, Ulla's still a backhand draw.
Ulla Backgren, the most telling bowl for him in this match. He's changed hands. Oh, no. No, he hasn't.
He's close.
Needs to clear the front.
Just hit the front. His weight was good, Val. Okay.
Yeah, I like this from Morty.
Yeah, it's good. Go up and have a look. I don't think it changes his shot. He's now just got one less bowl to work with. He's trying to turn the white one off the jack. Draw a little touch up.
So currently one down, which would, if it stayed the same, remain as a one-shot lead in this match.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful here. He doesn't overplay the weight. If he turns the white through the jack 2 to 3 feet down the bottom of the screen, he could be 4 down. As we see the green and maroon bowls waiting. So I think it's just over a draw. Touch around the corner for 2. Turn the shot bowl. It's on a high line.
We know they hoop back, but I'm not sure they hoop back enough. So one it is. And from 10-4 down, with 2 ends to go, Ulla Backgren, Brian Little, Robbie Frankel, and Frank Zammit have got it to 10-9. It's a one-shot game with 2 ends to play. Anybody's. Who wants it more?
All to play for.
The first match of the tournament, always the most important. You want to get off to a winning start. Oh, please tell me this jack rolls in bounds. Please tell me this jack rolls in bounds. It's trying. I think it has just remained in.
Wow. For those just tuning in, the reason we're following that intently is because Ulla's team are playing ditch to ditch, and the other team from Penrith, they're playing minimum length mat up. So it's sort of a tale of 2 lengths at the moment. And Brian looking to get his team off to a great start here.
And that's what he's been doing.
He's not bad.
Why that jack roll was so crucial. Little touch on the jack. He's behind it as well. Brian Little has come into the game immensely and enormously. Nothing little about his impact.
Richard just going through a little with his first.
And it's funny, with Richard's opening bowls on those short ends that they were playing, he was nailing it. And the lead battle has been so fascinating. Got 21 minutes left of time. So we'll get the final end in no problems.
Yeah, handy, Brian. Got 2 in the area.
This is under.
Yeah, he's got good weight.
Well, the weight was almost spot on.
We We've seen a few nerves starting to creep in now, Val. They had a big lead, as you alluded to. Team Backgren coming back. Well and truly game on the line.
What has Robbie Frankel conjured up? Line was good. Still holding 2, which if it stays that way, they're in front. It won't. Plenty of room and the quality that we've seen. Someone is going to hone in. Robert McLean.
Does not want to promote the maroon bowl.
Oh, he's going to.
Oh, wow.
Now they're 3 down. And this is looking concerning. Things were looking mightily comfortable. What has Robbie done here? Can he promote Brian's up? He can, and he can count as well.
Yeah, he's a bit unlucky. He's opened the head up now for the Penrith boys.
Yep.
They'll be switching to the forehand, drawing the shot. No. Okay.
So there is a shelf to play to.
Yeah. If it was me, I'd be going down the forehand. You've got the shot bowl of the jack to play to. Looks to be under.
It's funny what pressure can do.
Exactly right. Frank Zemet on the forehand. Even if he sneaks past, is a good result here.
I think he's all right.
Yeah, it's a good home.
They are surrounding the head at the moment.
Here we go. The call, Val. Have a look at it. There's still plenty of room, but he's up after the jack.
Richard Heinrich, what
He's
have you
close. Wants jack as well. Oh, he's got the bowl.
Wow. They're still down.
That's the problem. There was jack or nothing, really. They're 3 down still.
What a remarkable comeback this has been. Can they complete it? Frank Zamet looking to put in another. Can he get underneath that front or around it? Doesn't want to hit it, and he's going into a good home again. So they've still 3 up.
Okay, Richard. He's been drawing the house down today.
Oh, he's a bit... I'm not sure his body language is...
No, he's not.
And is he in the way?
Hasn't let it go.
So it's all to play for. Holding 3 is Ulla Backgren at the changeover. At the end of these 4 bowls, what will we see?
He's just got to be careful. He doesn't want to... Just want to put one right next to the jack and give Audie something to play to. I think I was Ulla. I'd be jumping on the backhand, drawing the shot in between the 2 greens.
So much on the line. The first matchup of the AO, you want to get off to the perfect start.
Just got to be careful playing this hand, Val.
Well, yeah, you said backhand.
He doesn't want to move the jack.
Absolutely not. He's going to come underneath it. Is he going to count? Oh, didn't want to promote. That's okay. It's getting a little nervy there. So, Audie, this is a huge bowl. He's had to play some telling ones. Any jack movement for him towards Richard Heinrich.
Quick.
Can he get anything on it? Oh, wow, that was close. Nice sighter, though. If he can get jack movement back towards Richard Heinrichs, could put it to bed. Ulla Backgren with another opportunity. They're holding 3. He's given this grass. Is he getting around? Is he getting around?
His weight's perfect. That'll count.
Well, that's 4.
I think it's a dead draw, Val. He can't afford to arrive again. There's gaps everywhere.
Do or die.
He's got to draw the shot.
Audie Murphy.
He's got good track. It all just comes down to his speed now.
He's pretty quick. Unless he gets a little lucky results. It's trying. It's not going to affect it. And unbelievably, from 4-10 down after 10 ends, after 14, Ulla Backgren and his team of Frank Zammit, Robbie Frankel and Brian Little lead at 13-10. 9 shots from the last 4 ends. Incredible.
Yeah, big turnaround. Just shows the front couple of positions for Ola. Starting to get bowls in the head. Brian and Robbie. It's really turned this game on its head.
These changes of lengths have been so important. How on earth have they come back? They were one end from being done and dusted.
It's probably just there was a few ends there where the Penrith boys, they were dominating, but they probably just weren't consolidating the ascendancy they had. As you alluded to, they were getting 1s and 2s where they did have a chance to get the 3s, the 4s. Yep. And now they've really tightened up.
And this is the problem.
Ulla's team, they're starting to group their bowls better, and they're back in front.
This is the problem, that at the 8 ends in a row that they won, so that they'll win more ends in this match. Team Murphy. And they've only scored 2 2s. The rest are 6 1s.
Yeah.
And that's where it hurts. That's where it really hurts. So 1 end to play, a 3 needed to tie it, and a 4 to win it now for Audie Murphy. Dangerous times. They can't afford to be short. They've got to be past the jack. When you're chasing a number, you have to be on the money.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a 3 here, Val, for a draw. The way this game's gone.
Yep. Would be fitting, wouldn't it? What an extraordinary comeback.
So Brian just gone past the jack there. It's in a good home. Very important. Richard can nail the jack here. Draw the shot. Yeah, looks to be sliding under. Could sit the shot bowl.
So the leads have done their dash. Tools away for the time being. After 2/3 of this match, they were down by 6, and in just 4 ends, they have rattled off the shots.
Robbie's played a ripper here. It's a good starter. Only a couple of feet off. It's all about building the head for their team so they don't drop that 3.
Not sure what's more impressive, ABBA winning Eurovision, Armand Duplantis winning the gold medal in the pole vaults, or Ulla Backgren's come back here. I think this might take the cake.
Yeah, I think you're right, Val.
Hopefully they're watching in Sweden. It's only 3 a.m. Maybe not.
He's done well. What a great shot.
The rabbit has really come into the game.
Okay. Penrith guys, they've got to trail the jack here. They've just got to give themselves a chance to trail the jack. They miss, they sneak past. Motion of that helps.
In for second.
It's okay.
Frank Samet, his penultimate bowl of the match. I'm still just at a loss at how this has happened.
Yeah,
Half an hour ago, we did not see this coming.
Just that one end, really, where they got that 4. Ulla played a great shot to take out the opponent's bowl. Okay. Richard Henrik. Down on the forehand. He's got a couple of options here. He can just arrive, trail the jack down the line, or sit the shot bowl. He'd be holding 2. Will it hold?
It's trying.
Oh, he's gone between the gap.
Oh, wow. The collective groans from Robert, Richard and Richard.
That was the idea. Gave himself a chance. He's now got one at the bottom of screen. What's Frank done here? He's played it pretty well. He's gone through the gap as well. Okay.
10-minute warning given. No problems in terms of time. This is the last end. Chasing a 4 to win. Team Murphy.
Oh, he's taking his weight off.
Doesn't want to promote. Robbie Frankel's up.
Okay.
Well, here it is. This is the last 4 bowls. They're chasing a 4. I'm not overly sure how they get him, but they're going to have to try.
So if I was Ulla, see the bottom left of screen there, the 3 bowls. That's got to be his target. He's got to draw down to those 3 and cover any movement of the jack. Because if Audie was to get the maroon bowl through the jack, that's where it's going. That's the only way I can see him losing the game here.
Swedish superstar. It's commandeered this team to a 13-10 lead.
Okay, he's listened. He's trying to cover. Just overplayed it. Okay. Sort of wait back to the tee here, Val, for Audie. Sits the bowl, gives himself a chance to draw the game. Gets the bowl through the jack.
Oh, I think he's losing it. And he's under. This is going to be difficult. So Ulla Backgren just trying to save things, and they're still holding here.
He still needs to get one out to those pocket of blue bowls left of screen. Played it better.
Much better. Think he's done it.
Yeah, that's a toucher. That is a toucher.
So Audie Murphy to try and score a miraculous 4 with his lasts.
It's close.
It's not far away.
He's got the shot bowl.
Got the shot. Moves the jack down the line a little bit.
It's not going to be enough.
Just the 1 in the end. Possibly the 2. It's a 2. So what an unreal comeback in the end from Ulla Backgren, Brian Little, Robbie Frankel and Frank Zammit. From 10-4 down, they win 13-12. An amazing performance. Something out of nowhere. They didn't even look like it. Lost 8 ends in a row and somehow forged their way back into the contest to win it by a solitary shot. Well done to them and well played to Robert McLean, Richard Morris, Richard Heinrich and Audie Murphy. Andrew Howie, thank you very much. We'll see you very shortly for the second match.
Thanks, Val.
Big thank you to Lachlan Williams behind the scenes as well. But up next at 11:45 in 35 minutes' time, Stephen Staff, Wayne Fraser, Norm Whitehead and Patrick Phelan up against Barry Lester, Corey Wedlock, Aaron Tees and Aaron Sheriff, the 2023 champions. From myself, Val Fabo, and Andrew Howie, we'll see you soon.